Hello, this is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy YouTube channel, here to continue our 4 pillars of higher health sequence for new clients and for those who like to assemble a free program via YouTube. So we just talked about breaking food down and choosing proper foods. Now we want to reassemble the broken down components of our amino acids from protein, our fatty acids and glycerol from fat, and our carbohydrate chains, glycogen or starch, that get broken down into glucose molecules and fructose, if you really want to break it down. So then we want to reassemble these, right? So this is where the metabolic typing really helps us. Your carbohydrate type in the metabolic typing system, they burn carbohydrates very well and lower purine proteins, and they need a lower fat profile than the protein type, okay? So those people, we're going to be choosing a different set of building blocks than the other. And there's a type in the middle called the mixed type, and they basically need a little bit of everything, and that works great for them. So, how do we help ourselves assimilate, and why would I even want to watch this? We help ourselves assimilating by, after we eat our food, to be relaxed as much as possible. The parasympathetic nervous system is rest and repair. Sympathetic is fight or flight. The blood leaves the intestines as soon as we go into fight or flight, because we don't need to digest when we're running from a saber-toothed tiger. We need the energy in our muscles, the blood in our muscles. So you literally are halting digestion when you're not managing your stress well. Stress is real or imagined. And guess what most Americans have? At least 90% imagined stress that they're creating by believing their own stories about their life and reality. You're not going to assimilate well if you're not doing some inquiry work around that. We talked about this earlier, about choices. Examining choices. This is the most important piece. Why would you want to be doing this? Because if you can't renew your gut lining, if you can't renew your body, if you can't assimilate new molecules from the broken down ones, then you're not going to feel well. You're not going to sleep well. Your bones are going to go into osteoporosis. Your connective tissue is going to degenerate. You're probably going to have prolapse symptoms. You're probably going to have low protein symptoms, which might, again, for some types be low energy. For others, it will just be the breaking down of the connective tissue of the body. So really it's about breathing post-meal, noticing when there's tension. How does that thought feel? I'm feeling some polarity and some tension. Might want to go sit down somewhere and just be quiet. So the 2 attributes that help: chewing slowly, as we talked about in the last video, and sitting. There's an Ayurvedic practitioner that I really admired. He did a video on YouTube that is called Food's Journey to Become You. And he named 30-day journey. I'm not sure it's exactly that. I think for some things it's hours and others it's days, maybe months or years when we're making bone and nervous tissue. But the point being is that those molecules in that food are becoming you, which is kind of cool. So the assimilation part speaks to this. How does the food feel becoming you? And how are you allowing it happen? If we're always giving and transmitting and efforting and doing and not really in a receptive mode, which reception means surrender, calm, breath and body united, present, not in the past, not in the future. So this is one of the easiest parts of the whole program, and yet it's the hardest. So one last pointer, and we end this part of it, is one of the things I discovered is finding ways to lower the tension in my system. So when I'm at a choice point in my day to schedule one more thing or do one less thing, please do yourself a favor and do one less thing. Because the O word in my practice is the #1 verb for how people feel in today's world. Overwhelm. Underwhelm yourself, folks. And with that, this is Craig Lane with Health Alchemy YouTube channel, trying to underwhelm you with a shorter video. Thank you very much.